Hello, Frank and friends.
Now everyone can hear me.
Hello, friends of Frank and Frank. Frank's friends.
Frankenstein.
How is it going today?
Good so far. Let's see what happens today.
Well, it won't be Azure monitoring, so it cannot be that bad. Azure monitoring debugging.
You mean biceps debugging? Custom script extension debugging?
Yes. It was fun. Good old times.
Good old times. Last year.
I mean, it's like 5 episodes ago already.
True.
What are we going to do today, Frank?
I think we continue what we did last time. And
what did we do this time?
We did stream. We started to delve into the fabulous word of Dapper.
Dapper. You were so close to pronounce it like I do it. Dapper.
Yeah, but
there's
no day in there.
Dapper. So, let me share my screen. So, this is it. We have pretty much nothing. What? I learned.
Now you're talking down on us, on our achievements. It's not
what achievement? We try to learn the basics, and we continue this. I would say we continue writing our fabulous feedback app.
Mm-hmm.
I like the name, fabulous feedback app. Powered by Dapper, and Dapper had an update last week.
Yes.
So if we go to dapper.io, on the block, we should see that there is now a 1.4 available.
Okay. In-memory PubSub broker, Nets, JetStream PubSub broker, Alibaba Cloud Table Store. Okay.
New components. This release contains a few breaking changes. That is nice.
That's the problem if you think if you use things that are not totally out. The sidecar got changed. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I think I did this last time because I ran out of memory on my computer. Yeah. So I have done this already. All right, then we need to download the thing. Windows. Oh, it's just the. Did we install it by Chocolate?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think about what this time there. I think we used something. Installing. We did install it via PowerShell, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we should contribute an installation powered by Chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
1.4, wonderful.
Yep, worked like a charm. I mean, essentially, just swap the binary.
I think the K- means Kubernetes, so we don't need this. Making the jump to hyperspace. So I guess it will pull down the images from Docker Hub, and then we see the 3 containers running. So Zapper, Redis, and OpenZipkin. Good. That seems to be all right. All right. So, what's next?
1 second.
1 second.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, I don't have Docker running. So you did it locally, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Still having Docker desktop installed. I think I need to get rid of it somehow and use WSL on this.
Yeah, Docker Desktop is using WSL for this, but there's this.
But then you're not allowed to use Docker Desktop anymore.
Mindump or what's it called?
Yeah, some other.
Minbin.
My Twitter feed was full of alternatives. So, yeah. Alrighty.
Podman. Podman was the one.
Exactly. Podman. Yeah.
Okay, so
how about having this web container and then this database set up, and then
can I quickly say something?
Yes.
Something fun.
Please.
I think you're the only person in the world I know that uses Paint still.
I mean, this is perfect and very stable.
I
It
use
has
Paint.
been here for like 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years of me never using it.
Never change the running system. And then GitHub Actions for the deployment. How about this?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
So let me propose creating a new folder.
So are we leveraging the existing code, or are we?
I think we've thrown it away.
Okay.
And then we would go into this folder.
Can you go back to the drawing? Just 1 second.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit more about what we want to use here. So what kind of web container do we want to use?
I would simply create a .NET Core web app.
Okay.
Just .NET new web app and go for it. And then containerize the app. And then use Dapper inside of it. And do stuff with it. Not sure yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we created a new folder called app. .NET new. Not sure what we have here. Can we list somehow all templates? Yeah. So we want to have a .NET Core web app. Do you want to see Angular? Do we want to do it with native JavaScript? I'm not able to write React or React and Redux, whatever this means, or Vue or other stuff. So
native JavaScript or native C#?
Yeah, both.
Okay.
So C# would be the backend, and the front end needs to be something else.
Because I see that the ASP.NET, yeah, but it's .NET. We have a .NET Core one, yeah, ASP.NET web app is C#.
Yes, this ASP.NET Core is C# in backend. So here's the language,
yeah.
And Angular is the front end.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Fine for you?
I'm not that fluent with Angular, but
we can do this. New Angular. So this was pretty quick. I'll press F5. It is .NET Core. Cannot create a debug configuration. Why not?
Because the OmniSharp server is still... That's all I can read.
I'm still in it. I was too quick.
Looks better.
No, it's still not hitting the entry points and all that.
Okay. Maybe we start Studio.
So it's restoring the NPM dependencies that typically takes a while. You can see here it's piling up the stuff.
Okay. There was a lot in there.
It typically takes like 30 seconds for the first run. or longer. What is it doing? Ah, here we go. It succeeded. All right. So let's try it. F5ing doesn't work. Only adding this here. Does it have to be on the root? No, it doesn't. Launch a local.NET Core web app. This actually sounds good, right? Workspace folder. /app /bin. There's no debug. So, bin debug at 0 project DLL. That would be app.dll. No args. Not find the task build. It should not run the task build. It should run the other task. This one.
That's not a task, right?
Actually, it's a task.
Isn't this just a configuration at the moment?
Let me check an existing one that works. So in launch, right? Launch. Let's go launch. So that is a configuration.
Yeah, so you need to have like
Pre-launch task build. And where's the pre-launch task being defined?
Isn't this in the app settings?
This app settings? No.
Yeah.
It's just the configuration stuff. So let's compare quickly. Name or CLR, launch, relaunch task build. Program is the path to it. Args is empty. This one is different. Have action ready, blah, blah, blah. That is okay-ish. The next one is attach. We don't have this. And we have the Docker.NET Core launch, whatever. That is not there yet. But where does it define the pre-launch task build? Oh, it's doing something. I said debug anyways. Make the error go away. So let's close this friend. So actually it's now listening. Hello world. So we have the home here, we have the counter, and we have fetch data for the weather forecast. Beautiful, right? Beautiful, just beautiful. Frank, you don't look very happy.
What? I'm looking things up.
Looking things up. Okay. I mean, that's okay-ish. Yeah. So, how did we call it? Feedback? Fabulous feedback paper app.
What?
We call it feedback app, otherwise I break my tongue. Paper app. Good. That should automatically refresh. Yes, see the title? It just works. So, I think we need to put it in a container. Yes. We need to put it in a container, and then we have to state thingy outside. Yes. Let's put this in a container.
Hmm?
I need to dockerize core app, get a template for this.
So we need to first publish the app.
So pulling the image from ASP.NET.
We need to first publish the app. So
Publish.
Yeah, so see that it works, because normally you put publish versions apps into containers.
So the build one, you mean?
Yeah.
I publish. It only found 327 vulnerabilities. That's a fair amount of vulnerabilities. Only 258 are high and one is critical.
Okay.
That's nice. So we should maybe update the dependencies. All right. So it published it to here.
Why does it put it in? Can you publish a release? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think we know still in debug, right?
Yes. And potentially to make our lives easier, we could also specify a folder. Publish.
Do we?
Yes, then we
Okay.
have like this folder here, publish. And not like the version of the .NET framework, yada, yada, yada in it. And like later on, copy. Like copy.
Why are you using ASP.NET? Okay, we have two versions. We could also use the runtime 5.0, right?
No, we are using ASP.NET framework.
Yeah, but
so
the runtime should still be able to run it.
No, I think you have to use the ASP.NET specifically one. Otherwise, the ASP.NET dependencies are not included in the runtime one. So the runtime one is smaller.
Okay.
So, publish is everything like this in here. and we copy like everything from app/publish to dot. And then we would say endpoint.net and app.dll.
Can you go? Are we putting it into dot or in /app?
Here we take everything from the root folder. So, oh damn it, you're right. Should be actually only from publish.
And I think that the destination should be /app, right?
No, this doesn't mean anything. The dot means the current work folder, and this entry point is executed in the work folder. So we haven't changed it. I guess this should be okay-ish.
Yeah, but it's the folder in the container, and I think so. So the second, the copy command in this Docker file means that take this on the local computer and put it into the container.
Yes.
And if it's in root there, so
yeah.
we cannot be sure which is the actual folder. So we should
find that. We do this when we do Docker build. So we specify the Docker file, and then we give it like the build context dot. So dot means the current folder. So we are in the app folder right now. So this is our current folder, and then it would take publish from this folder, copy it to the container image in the current working folder. And the next line then would execute .NET and give it the app.dll as parameter. If this is correct, we would see this one. Yes.
Okay.
So this was fairly quick, I would say.
So thinking about Docker files, I would be more fairly more secure if we define the work dir in the Docker container, Docker file, and
doing here work dir /app.
Yeah, and then copy to this app. Because I'm not sure if we can be sure. So dot, yes, it can be. Yeah.
Oh, like this?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then we could run it, right? Docker run. Oh, we didn't give it a name, right? Should maybe give back app. And now Docker run.
What did you use for command before that?
-t to give it a tag. We tagged it locally.
Okay, -t. Okay.
Fully qualify it.
Yeah. Okay.
We need this later on if you push it to an image gallery. Docker run feedback app, and I think we need to put the ports 5001. Let me see, what did it open? 5001. Not sure about this. What is the cheat sheet doing? Docker build, yes, similar to what we did. Gives it a tag, Docker file, and the context.
Yeah. Show Docker images.
Let's do this first. Docker images.
I think you didn't run it with the tag, right?
Feedback applications.
Okay, you did run it. Okay.
Beautiful 200 megabytes.
Yeah, that's like Alpine Linux or something.
No.
Linux.
run it. Container, single run. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. But I think I need to like give it a port, right? Otherwise, it doesn't allow me to connect from the outside.
Okay, this is what I mean. Yes, you need to give it a port. Yes. So 80 to 5000. One.
Mm-hmm. Minus P?
Should be, yes. Let me quickly check the context.
1000, and then the image name, right? Back app. I'm always mixing this one up.
First one is outside.
It's what did you say? First one is?
About the okay. Import the port.
No. This is not yielding results. Also not yielding results. Let's see. To Google AD. It's outside in, right?
What
Or
outside?
maybe
Yeah, that's true.
I did it wrong then.
No. 80 is the outside one.
Yes, but the inside one is listening to port 80s.
Is it also? Okay, then you need to define 8080.
Not.
Why, no, so where do you want to go into in the container?
I want to leave the container.
Now.
I want to kill it.
Docker
I tried to like end it. Docker. Maybe because caps. No. That's interesting. Here we can see it forwarding 80 to 5001. Is there Docker kill?
Yes, Docker kill is also, but you could also Docker stop. Yeah.
We are back. So
I think you need to minus IT, so interactive.
like this? Or is it minus IT?
So what is the minus RM for?
It deletes the container if you deattach.
Okay. Yeah, then it's this.
Removes RM.
Yep. So then interactive.
You're right. Perfect. So that worked. And so now we should come from 5001.
No, 80.
But I forwarded 5001.
Okay. So the app is, so when you started it before, where was it running? It was at 5001, right?
It was 5001.
Okay. So, okay. Where was this is defined?
This is the default of .NET Core if you run it locally.
Okay.
If you are in development, then it does 5001.
But it
and
published to 80, yes? Okay.
HTTPS with 5001. That's why I just used this one. But yeah, actually that worked.
But it's running inside the container on port 80 right now, right? Because
Yes.
we published it.
Yes.
Okay. That was the missing information I was asking for. But you could define whatever you like. 5001, 5003, 5000.
80. Let's put let's put this in our living documentation. Port 80. All right.
Why did you choose 5001?
Just so I didn't need to change it here.
Okay.
Sure, if 80 would work. See.
Could be that something is running on 80 already, but yeah.
It's working.
So, answers the question that I asked you. We could have put any port before that we wanted.
Really great. So 80. All right. So that worked just fine. So we have this stub of Angular already. So this here would actually do the trick, right? So as you recall, we had these smileys that incremented the counter. Here it's not persistent. Let's see if this is doing yeah, it's doing nothing. Is it? Really doing nothing. And it's not sending it back. This friend here is doing it, right? Yeah, this calls an API. Yeah.
This is just calling an outside API, right?
But no, not an outside API. It's calling the API from the backend.
Okay.
So localhost/weather forecast is the API. Here we can check it in the should be here, weather forecast controller, exactly. So ASP.NET Core removes the word controller from the API. So that's the convention. So weather forecast is the API endpoint then. And then it does some random stuff here. It has a getter for HTTP GET and randomize 1 to 5 entries. New random weather forecast entries and just gives dates from temperatures, summary, and then returns it. But yeah, it's totally random. Yeah. Now if I reload, it gives me new stuff. All right. What do you want to do next?
I think we need to deploy this Docker. So first of all, we need to first write the application there?
Actually, I'm a big fan of connecting the pieces first to see how it works end to end, and then finalizing the puzzle. But yeah, both would work, right? Putting buttons in here, fetching stuff.
Then let's go ahead.
Would also work.
Yeah.
So, preferences? Do you want to publish it first?
You need to publish this, right?
No. Depper would also work locally for development. Like, they also have F5ing of applications.
Yeah, but that's local to your machine. But yeah, okay.
We could also publish it to like a Kubernetes environment.
Okay.
Let's make it work locally and then publish it? Or like let's at least have like something to persist, like the database.
Okay.
Connect the two things and publish that one.
But where would the database be?
Right now, it's Redis, right?
Okay. Do you want to still use Redis?
What else?
Yeah, just a question, because this would be running then. So.
What else would list of state stores? This is what we last time discussed, right? We need to have something that would work, but isn't like the state being automatically replaced then?
What do you mean?
Right now we can use the state and Redis locally does the job. But if we deploy this, it looks in the cluster what state component state store is defined, and then use the state store that we have in this environment.
Yeah. Yeah. Should be the case. Should be interchangeable, yes.
Because that is then connecting the pieces. If you deploy to Azure or GCP or AWS, we have different state stores there. It would just take them.
Yep. True.
Would abstract the complexity of the cloud environment or on-premise environment, whatever, and you just like similar to what dependency injection is doing. Look what we provide, and then take it, and then use it. I think they had an example last time, like state developing, building blocks, state management, how to save and get state. So this is what we did last time. Perform state transactions or whatever. I actually want to use that in .NET SDK. So here's a .NET SDK. Paper client. Paper ASP.NET Core. I think it's a client. Save and get application state. This is actually what we want to have, right?
Yes.
Okay. We first need to install the Paper client thing. It's not required. You could also use HTTP client, but I think Paper client would be better. So what did they have? Paper client. .NET package add .NET add package. That looks better. Right. Mm-hmm.
Get him something to drink real quick.
All right. But
Back.
glad to have you back. No. I want to store, just to make it easy, to store the randomly generated entries in the state. So this would store in the state, in the store, state name. This would be the weather stuff. Oh, it's returning this one. Plural of weather. Is it weathers?
I think that's non-plural. I think weather is something else.
Okay. All right. And we need to have the store name. Let's make the provider happy. The store. And let's give it a state key. State key name. And it wants to have a cancellation token. It was clouded. All right. So if we launch the weather forecast thing, it will store this array in this store and this state key name.
Hmm?
Let's launch. The breakpoint on this. Let's go to fetch data. Yeah, we are attached. And it gives us an exception. Mm-hmm. So there is no target machine actually actively refused it. Okay, there's nothing listening on 5001. I think that is right because we didn't launch the application. Dapper. So last time when I recalled this, it said here installation the Dapper stuff. Then there was this one command where it said this here exactly. Run the sidecar. And I think we didn't do this.
Nope.
Oh, 50,001. Okay. FTP server is running on 5001. So let's try this again. See exception. Protocol error. Maybe it doesn't like our array. Does it have to be like it wants to have meta forecast array stuff? What? How does it know this? Maybe let's start simple and say hello. All right, let's try again. What are we doing wrong, Frank? Should we follow? Somehow does this on 3,500. Maybe we should. No, this is the same port.
So actually, when you look at the example, it's saving a state of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So shouldn't we write weather forecast in there? So okay.
So the access saves the provided value associated with the provided key to the data store. Yeah. This is what I want to have.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Tries to do an gRPC call.
That actually looks quite okay. Not sure why. So this is a full example, right? What? Is this really working? What a nice command. App ID, app or components. And then it runs .NET Run. Project, your, okay. There's a troubleshooting section, but only for PubSub. Not clear to me, why is it not working? Why does it say protocol error? Did you send me a message?
Yeah, one example is also on GitHub.
Yeah, this is basically doing the same, right? It states this is what we have. One. That is also a great example.
You do.
Ooh.
Can you go to the code?
Mhm.
So I think they're, so correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're casting to widget also. So,
But widget is the object, and this object will then be serialized to JSON, so
yeah,
it can be persisted.
yeah.
And that's automatically in .NET Core, so I'm not concerned about this.
Okay.
But it talks like a different protocol from this client thingy here. Now, try this one. Ask for the health.
WhatsApp.
Hmm?
Getting messages on WhatsApp, or is it me?
That's me. So, thinking. Hello. Debugger, let's go. So, what do you guess? Is it healthy or not? Frank,
What? Sorry?
is it healthy or is it not healthy?
What?
Depper.
What kind of question is that? This? At the moment, it's not healthy.
It's true false because it returns a boolean.
Yeah.
It can be either false or true. So you said it's false, so it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy, false. Yeah, that's not helping much, I would say. Tell me why. What else do we have? Ah, here's the execute state transaction. That is what we need later on to ensure that if we have multiple events, that all events queue in order and we do not lose stuff. No, but not sure why it's not like working at all. Do we need to do data init? Did we do this? Yes, we did, right?
We
I
did
think
it,
we did.
yes.
Yeah.
You can look if so it should be running in your Docker environment.
It's always using the port 3500. So maybe we should also do this. So, and I think this port has changed now.
Yeah, this is the gRPC port of the Rapid sidecar, yes.
No. Still stuck in. No. Running any. Oh. Right. Stay down. Hitting the right point. Healthy. It's healthy. So the port is magic. So it assumes the port on 3500.
Be that 50,000 is a little bit high, but yes.
Well, it failed. So here it wants to talk to 5001.
Okay.
Where does this come from?
That's a gRPC board.
But actually, I don't want to hard code this, right? It's 62398. It should determine this by itself.
Hmm?
What parameters?
So when we start Dapper, so we have the app ID, right? So it uses service discovery.
Yes, I would say so. At least I would hope so.
So shouldn't the names match? And until it doesn't see the app that is running under this name, it doesn't
But-
expose itself.
Where do I have to find the name?
When you do Dapper run. Oh, which one do you mean? So which side do you mean?
You mean the my app that I specified?
Yeah.
But how does this app knows that it's my app?
Yeah, that's the next question, and that's a question if you need to include something in the app itself to make it and kind of bind to that other one. You know what I mean?
But it's not in the example. So if I go here .NET, say like client, it says data CLI installed, initialize data environment. This is what I did.
So are these things running in the backend?
Yes. So 3 containers, we saw them before: the Zipkin, Redis, and Dapper.
Okay.
And then it says there should be a Dapper folder. That is there. Then it composed to localhost 3500. You could see it in Redis. Yeah. That's a secret. It would run a component. Gets the secret. Okay. So let's see in the middleware. This is the local file. So It provides 2 ports. App port and HTTP port 3500. This is from Node.js, okay.
I have no clue at the moment.
Let's look in the dashboard. It looks all like pretty much working. Nothing indicates there's an error or something. Not sure why it is not allowing us to save the state. So the question is, if you use like the HTTP thingy, like what they did in the examples, like this here, and post it to it to see if this is working. If this is like the client that is misbehaving. Like this guy here. So this works. Store. My headset is telling me that I need more juice. I need a new headset, Frank.
Okay.
Or replace the batteries. Otherwise,
Doesn't it go over the whole day?
sometimes it does. It's a little bit odd. I gave the store a different name to see if this is culprit here. Because if I post this here with this URL, localhost port v1 state, and then we give it the name state store, and then the key.
Where's this key coming from? From the last time we run it, right?
Yeah. No. So it still wants to talk to 5001. Because it's trying to do a gRPC call, and the gRPC thingy is listening on 62398. I think we can define this here in the use endpoint. HTTP 7001 / this. It has somehow magic variables here. And it takes an environment variable.
Can you echo that one? Shouldn't it be in the environment?
Oh. Should be $nth, right? No. No data. Dapper. All right, let's try this. Right. Yes. Worked. All right. This is actually what I wanted to do. So let's persist the state, weathers, and try this again. So how would we think that this would work? It would work to a predefined endpoint, and this endpoint would tell the client, hey, gRPC is listening on this and that port, right? So it would use basically environment variables or whatever to see this.
So the environment variable is not set, right? So somehow it needs to be set, right?
Yeah. Okay. So it saved this weathers like summary squatching for the third entry. Yeah. Okay, let's read this here, and let's get the weathers from the client. Get state. Get state async. So we have this one handy here. For name, state key. Pretty much that's it. It needs to have a type, right? It doesn't know what comes out of this. So
That's
that
weather.
Weather array. Weather forecast array. Yeah. Oh. This is weather forecast array. If a.lang like 0, we would create it. Or otherwise we here the idea is, if we do not have one persisted, we create it and persist it and return it. If we have it in the state, we return what we have. Not sure about this. This could potentially return null.
It's not existing, right? Right?
You mean if here?
So if rather is not existing, it should null.
Yeah, it could be.
Pointer exception.
Yeah. So let's see. Further length is 5, so that's good. And we return stuff that we already have. So this line is now persistent. That was easy, right, Frank? Totally without magic.
Totally, yes.
All right. But we have something that can we remove the state somehow? Yes, we can, right? It should be here. Where was the instruction to remove the state? We could also stop it with a new app 2. So this is our new DRCP pod now. Load it. So I'm changing this because it said the state is prefixed by the app name. So if we launch it again and have a different app name, the state should be empty. So once the thing loads, it should either fail. Oh, it did fail. Yeah, null pointer. What I was expecting. Good. And it's actually quite cool. So the state is encapsulated by the app name.
So I wonder how we get these gRPC ports and all that. So somehow this is normally injected into the container, right?
Yeah.
But how do we? So it's normally in the environment of the container, but why don't we have it?
Not sure. But what I'm sure about is that this is now persisted because it's always showing the same values. 3798 chili. 3798 chili. And before it was randomized.
Mm.
All right, that's actually quite good. Because like if you like do it the traditional ways, we would have spun up like a database and used insert into database la 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 la, or get the select from database and did all of this, and Dapper abstracted this away.
Yeah, but actually, yeah. So the spinning up the database you still did, right? So it's just the abstraction layer in between. So
Kinda, but the database is now interchangeable.
yeah.
Locally, I use Redis, and if I deploy to the cloud, it could be anything that is implemented against the state definition that Dapper has.
Yeah, but okay, but that's nothing new if you used a persistent abstraction layer in the past in Java or something. Huh?
Like Hibernate or what?
Yeah.
What might?
Yeah, for example, Hibernate. This is kind of so like similar, right? So
Yes, but Hibernate was only the abstraction layer for the database.
yeah.
Here, Dapper is like the app orchestrator. So it allows state. It allows this.
Yeah, this is just one part. Yeah, but I was just saying that the persistence one we could do in the past as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but like it brings more pieces together, like pub sub, state,
Yes,
actor.
totally true.
Observability, secrets. Yeah, more is in there. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm still questioning why the self-hosted mode it cannot infer the gRPC port. Maybe I have to run it like this.
Yeah. So I mean that you, yeah, okay, type it into. So could it be that it's not a sidecar at the moment that is running alongside our app, but just something different, and so the app does not have access to the environment because we have two separate things. Could try it. Like.
Oh. Like this one.
Yeah.
So we need to remove then the endpoint stuff, right?
Yes.
All right. And we need to end this fellow. And then here, this.
Port 5000. Yep.
A port.
Yeah.
5001.
Yeah. Copy running, right? Almost.
Oh.
not running here, so it must be in the container. So why is it working on the first try? Because this is exactly the data from the
state store, right?
state. So we could see this if it gives us new data. If you give this guy a new name, right?
Yeah.
It's different.
Chili balmy.
Yeah. Because before it was scorching.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So when you reload, you should get the same entries, right?
Yes, I did. That's reloading, right?
Okay, and now it shouldn't fetch new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
So
Also
we need to. So we need to, yeah, which totally makes sense because it's a sidecar, and the sidecar doesn't have access to your environment, or vice versa. And if you're starting Dapper and on the other hand start your app, it doesn't get the ports. That's the reason that it didn't talk to each other. Okay.
But how is this magic working? How can it inject it?
Can you do a Docker PS?
Sure.
Okay. Just the 3.
It tells me here. It says Angular Serve port 5883.
Yeah.
Wherever this is. Yeah, this is from the app coming. This is nice.
Yeah.
The initial call.
Yeah, that's the right line we have in there,
Yeah.
right? Yep. It's console log or what it's.
Okay, I saw a video from Donovan Brown, and he said there is like somehow a thing here to run and attach to the Dapper process inside. Maybe we do this next time. I want to have the F5 experience, but inside Dapper.
Okay.
Otherwise, debugging is a pain, right?
Yeah, because we we don't have so we need to look into. But now I understood it. So I was thinking the whole time about the concept, what we are missing, and now it makes sense.
So what I can imagine is that the process now sets the environment variables, and this is now then available in the .NET application.
Yeah, exactly. So the sidecar runs alongside the application and injects the hey, this is me application. I'm running alongside you, and these are my ports, and this then gets injected into the environment as environment variables. The endpoints are also there if you look at that.
Which means we could also run this multiple times.
It's different names, right?
Yeah.
Could be possible.
4, and let's give it 5002.
Do we have what should be? But...
Oh wait, I'm not in the correct folder. Back. Paper.
So it would be interesting. So what would interest me, and I'm always looking behind the curtain, is so this is now running on the Redis, right? So be interesting to look into the Redis database and look what's happening there or what is in there.
It said it before, right? There is like example, developing building blocks, state management, save and get state, and there was an example to look into actually I saw it. Save and get a state. No. There was an example how to list all the keys inside the Redis one.
Okay. Yeah, just what my idea was is like a client for Redis, like a SQL client. And just look at the stuff that is in.
I saw this somewhere.
Good.
That is. You could like Docker into the state. So attach to Redis directly, and then you had the possibility to see all the states inside, or the like stores and the keys.
Oh, okay. Go back. Work with backend stores and Redis.
See?
Yeah, that's the Redis CLI, okay.
Oh,
What did we call it?
it is one. It is one. No such container.
Docker PS, I think it's just Redis, right?
Yeah. All right. Let me fiddle in my headset again. Otherwise,
Fiddle widdle.
Redis. No such container. Where was the example where we could do this, like how to say it, Kubernetes bash curl, delete state, whatever, multiple states, state transaction. There was this example where you like they showed you how to connect to this stuff. I'm not dreaming this. Was it in getting started? Yeah, I think it was in the getting started thing. Save the state, get the state. Yeah.
Okay.
Here it is. Here it is, my friend. Okay, exec. Please work. Yes. Please wildcard. So there we have it.
Can you list HTE tall? HGE tall? And then
Get all.
my app
3.
3 pipe
8.
key name.
name. Yeah, and there is the
Okay.
JSON of my object. Easy peasy.
So if you have like different things, different states in your application, for example, this is now weather state and all that, you just would then give it another name, right?
Yes. So later on we said, hey, we have sessions, right?
Yeah.
Session 1, we give it an identifier, and then we give it ratings, like bad, whatever.
Yeah.
Good has 1, bad has 0, something like this.
Yeah. Okay. Good. One stepping stone.
Step by step. Yeah. So that works locally with Redis. I think in Azure we should use Cosmos or something. I think we discussed this last time because it supports the transactions. And with the serverless tier, it should be almost free.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could like compare the things and like see how the developer productivity from deploying locally to different cloud could potentially work out.
So actually somebody in my chat said Mador1212 container name would be Dapper Redis underscore Redis. Just saw it, sorry. Would have been a little bit quicker.
Dapper_Redis, yeah. That's right. You have very smart followers. Do I have smart followers today? No, that's good.
So Mador, have you worked with Dapper before? Okay. He just saw it in the docs. Okay.
No, it's on this page.
Yeah. Perfect.
Read the menu. No.
Read the fine menu. Yes, right. Thanks for looking that up, Mador. So yeah. Some progress.
I would commit this because we are 11 p.m., 11 p.m.
Yes.
1. State. Up and state.
I will then write our blog entry tomorrow.
Now we can do this.
Yeah, I don't want to don't do it on stream.
You don't want to do it on stream?
Nah, it's that's not interesting.
Okay.
It just works.
Damn it. Yeah, it's when it's so easy. It just works. So let me tell you this story. My website, my personal blog did not work for a couple of days, and I tried. Hey, it's the perfect time to move to Azure Static Website, similar to what we did with our beautiful website, and I didn't recall how to make it work. Because last time I touched it was like 3 years ago. I looked into the scripts that I fiddled together for this previous deployment, and yeah, compared to what we have on our blog.
Couldn't you just do Google Web App and then?
I tried.
And then it didn't work. Okay.
I tried, and it said, yeah, you have to have GitHub as a baseline. Otherwise, you have to use DevOps, and for DevOps, you need to have a task, and for this, you need keys and whatnot. And the breaking thing is I have somewhere in here. Let me. I think it's hidden in the star.mp4. Like, it's like this file. It is 300 megabytes, and it's. I posted about it how I did paragliding. Yeah, with my friend in Turkey, and shared this on my blog. And if I push this to GitHub, it says this file is bigger than 100 megabytes. Nope. And then I try to make it like work and remove it from the history, and I said, okay, I wait till I fixed my website, and then things worked again.
So, but okay. So
the story of all of this is, yeah, DevOps is all great and shiny, but maybe some documentation how to configure this DevOps thingy.
yeah.
Your future me would help my future me, in case you need it.
So as a former QA, I have to say documentation is everything. And also as a developer, if you need to work on code that somebody else did. Yeah, perfect. So
some nice closing words,
yeah.
Frank. You're so wise.
Yeah. So I think so. I will write the blog then tomorrow, and I don't think that's interesting every time we do it. I will find nice words.
It's so much fun putting snarky comments in that, but well, yeah, we can do this.
Perfect.
Laters.
So thanks, Max.
Frank, we made something.
Yeah, it did work. So sorry for being so silent, but I was
No, it
reading
worked.
through the documentation and trying to think of why it's not working.
That's good. I think we have the healthy root, like this one. We have the breakthrough moment.
Yeah.
But maybe the documentation can be improved here. So that's one thing. And I thought about like putting a chocolate thingy in there, so we can automate the update.
Okay.
Not like executing this PowerShell script. Maybe they are up to this.
We could reach out to them. Must be a reason that they didn't do it yet.
I mean, the day has 24 hours. Maybe they have more important stuff to do, like writing documentation.
Didn't do that as well.
All right, but with that said, let's phase out.
Yes. Wish everyone a good night, and wish you a good night, Max. And
Frank, good night, friends of Frank, and see you like in roughly 2 weeks.
yes, looking forward to that. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye bye.